Yo everyone, so today I'm going to be doing a video on my beauty essentials for the summer. I know it's like August and maybe it would have been better doing this at the beginning of the summer, but I just wanted to share with you the things that I've been enjoying, and especially because the summer in London or the UK this year has been particularly hot. It's been hotter than we're normally used to, and I live in London, so I live in a very polluted area, very polluted city. It's a completely different kind of heat than you get in more coastal areas or even in different countries. So it can be difficult in making your makeup stay on your face. It can be difficult in keeping it in place, keeping the colour from changing, and also worrying kind of about the amount that you want to wear every day, because it can get uncomfortable if you're wearing too much makeup sometimes and the kind of products you're using. So I just wanted to share with you the things that I have really been enjoying this month or these past few months, past few weeks, and will continue to use until the weather starts to get a little bit cooler. There aren't any lipsticks or eyeshadows that I can tell in this video, mostly because when it comes to lipsticks and eyeshadows, I'm not really kind of seasonal when it comes to those kind of things. I just tend to wear what I want when I want, and it doesn't really make a difference to me what time of year it is. If it's summer, I'll wear matte lipstick. If it's winter, I'll wear matte lipstick. If it's summer, I'll wear hot pink. In the winter, I'll wear hot pink. So, and the same goes for eyeshadows. So first things I think I will show you is some bronzers, because obviously when it comes to the summer, you want to have that really nice bronzed glow to go with your tan if you have got a tan, and if you haven't got a tan, you want to kind of give the impression that you have got a bit of colour to your skin. It can brighten up your skin, it can make you look completely different, it can really wake up your skin as well. So there's a couple of bronzers that I've been loving using this summer. First one is the Bourgeois Maxi Delight bronzer, and this shade is in number 2 for olive tan skin. I think there's like 2 shades. I don't really think it makes much of a difference, to be honest. And it looks like this. It's a really nice warm toned bronzer, so it's not the kind of thing that you would contour with. This is literally something you would warm up your face with, and it's got a tiny bit of golden shimmer to it, as you can see as well, and it's really nice to blend, and it really gives a nice hint of browny gold to the skin. I don't think you can see it, but yeah, so this is one thing I've definitely been loving this summer. Plus, as it's drugstore, it's very inexpensive and you get a lot for your money. Now on the more higher end of the market is the Chanel Soleil Tan de Chanel Cream Bronzer. This just comes in one shade, and I'm an NC40 in MAC, even though now I'd probably say I'm a little bit darker. And this is not really the kind of thing that anybody would want to use if they're any darker than me, because it just doesn't show up. It's very much geared more towards fairer skin tones. What I tend to do with this is I apply this onto my cheekbones with a buffer brush, blend it in, and then I tend to apply a bronzer over it. So I almost use this as like a base for my bronzer. You can see that there, and it is very fair. You can barely see. You can only see it because I've put a lot on. But this is something that I've definitely been loving. So if you are at the like fairer end of the colour spectrum, I would definitely recommend this. This would look great if on its own, if you are a lot lighter than me. Obviously, because of my skin tone, I tend to use other products to make it work really well. 2 more bronzers is both from Sleek. They're called bronzing or bronze blocks. I've got both of them. I've got light and dark. So this one, it comes as like almost like a quad with 4 different brown pale shades. They are very matte. This is a matte bronzer, and then a pink shade. So when you swirl all the colours together, it gives a really nice bronzy pinkish kind of glow to the skin. And even though it says light, it definitely works very pigmented on me anyway. So if you're darker than me, then more than likely you'll be alright with this too. And then the dark one, I didn't actually buy this until quite recently. So It looks like this. Don't be scared. Yes, it does look really dark, but the fact that it's got this orange coral tone in it really gives like an almost reddish brown look to the skin. So again, really, really nice for summer. Another two things, again, recent purchases, but I've been loving using the past couple of weeks especially, is the Naked Flushed palettes by Urban Decay, and I've got them in Streak and in Strip. These were both in my July favorites video, which was my last video. So I really love this. I love the combination of the bronzer, the highlighter, and then the peachy blush. And again, this is like almost like a satin kind of bronzer. You can't really use that to contour, or I know that I haven't, because it's not got the right kind of depth of brown to it to give that contoured look. It's definitely more of one to kind of warm up your face. So I've been loving using that to do that. And then the same with Strip. Now this bronzer is slightly darker and so is the highlighter, but again, it's not really something you can use to contour your face. But the combination of using all three of these throughout the summer is really great. I mean, you can use one on its own, but it's just more convenient to use all three of these together because you have them together. My Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer. I bought this last summer. It sounds like it's finishing. My colour is in Sand, and this is probably the best tinted moisturizer ever. If you haven't bought it, buy it. It's awesome. It's really light, really easy to blend, and it comes out almost like a gel, so you can't overuse it. And then you blend it in, and it gives really nice coverage as well. Even though it's a tinted moisturizer, it still has probably the best kind of coverage you can get from a tinted moisturizer. So it still lets your skin breathe. It still kind of gives a very, very natural look. It can still cover imperfections and whatnot, and it is slightly buildable, I'd say. You still need to use a concealer on certain places if you want that kind of coverage and a powder. Then the next is my Bourgeois 123 Perfect CC cream. I've done a review on this and I will link that below. But again, same sort of thing as the Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer. This is awesome. My shade is in 34 Bronze. I think this might be the darkest it goes to, but again, this gives awesome coverage while still giving your skin the chance to breathe. Foundation is, I would say it's my second ever foundation I bought from MAC. It's the Mineralized Satin finish. My shade is an NC40. I only use this in the summer. I don't use it in the winter because it just doesn't give me that kind of coverage. It's a very light, kind of light to medium foundation, but you don't get that mass amount of coverage that you would from, let's say, Studio Fix or Studio Sculpt. I have taken this on holiday with me to Portugal, to Malta, to Spain, to Mallorca, Spain, and random other places that are really, really hot, because this is the one that I feel works best in the heat. And the same goes for my Urban Decay Naked Skin Foundation. My colour is in number 6. This is again a very lightweight liquid foundation. It's a medium to buildable foundation, and it really lets the skin breathe. It's not thick because it's a very liquidy foundation. You can work with it really well, and I will link the review to this below. But this is another product that I've been loving using this summer. In terms of powders, definitely my Nye Banana Powder. And the thing is, look how much I've used, and I got this in IMATS last year. I got this in June, or I think, yeah, around June time. That's all how much I've used. I tend to use this to set my under eye concealer, and this one works great for that, especially in the summer months as well. And probably my favourite powder, which is my all year round favourite powder, and especially in the summer, is the MAC Blot Powder Pressed. My colour is in medium dark, and even though it's called medium dark, it looks like that. Looks white. But it is an awesome, awesome, awesome product. Is probably one of my favourite products I've got by MAC. This is like number 50 that I've bought since I first started buying these. Any tiny little bit of shine that my foundation starts to show, that's it. I come out with this stuff, blot, 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 done. And it does not shine for at least another good couple of hours again. So I love this stuff, and it is especially important to have it in the summer when you're more likely to sweat and overheat and get all gross and stuff. I've been loving using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dipbrow Pomade in the shade Chocolate. I have almost hit the bottom of this now. I've been using this all summer. I have to say that compared to pencils which move around in the heat and stuff, this doesn't budge at all. As soon as you've put it onto your eyebrows, it dries down quite quickly. And I've been loving this, and especially when I then set it with Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel, but any brow gel generally I think is great to just set your eyebrows so they don't move, they stay nice and crisp and stay looking very defined. Let's see what else. Next, Carmex lip balm, my favourite lip balm other than my Nivea one, which I always use, but this is what I use to prep my lipstick before I put it on. If you've seen like any of my videos, my tutorials, get ready with me, you'll always see me putting this on. Next is two primers, my Benefit Porefessional Pro Minimizer Balm Thingamabobby. This one is nearly finished and I probably won't get this again, but I will have to say in terms of using it this summer for myself, it's been awesome. I am kind of using it up, but I do think that it works really well in the winter as well as the summer, but definitely in the summer more better than other ones. And then I've been loving using my Urban Decay Anti-Aging Primer Potion. This one, again, awesome. It makes sure that my eyeshadow stays on. I have to say that using this throughout the summer, my eyeshadow has not moved. It has not creased. It's not caused any kind of problems. This really mattifies your eye, soaks up any oils and stuff that may be lurking around, and it makes your eyeshadow stay in place and look really vibrant. So this is a must, not only in the summer, I'd say also in the winter, but more so in the summer. And last but not least, a highlighter. My favorite highlighter, which is the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector Pressed in the shade Opal. If you've not heard about this, oh my god, you really need this in your life. This is like the best highlighter ever. Looks like this, a really gorgeous champagne shimmery gold. It's like butter on the skin. The shine itself is so shimmery and so awesome, and it just looks awesome. It lasts for hours and hours. See, look how shimmery that is. And you can see that. It's gorgeous. So imagine having that as your highlight. I'm not wearing it today. I'm wearing a MAC MSF. And the MAC MSFs are actually really good, especially Soft and Gentle, which is permanent and you can buy. But this is so much better than that. The MAC 15 palette Warm Neutral palette. I've been loving this summer. The amount of neutrals, mattes, shimmers, satins, darks, lights, golds, champagnes, whatever it is, that is the palette for you. And especially in the summer when most people want to accentuate their tan, so they want to add the bronzer and everything else like I've mentioned, but they also want their eyes to look bronzed as well. This is the kind of palette that you want just because of the versatility of it. You can get so many looks with this palette, and it's been a definite favourite of mine. You can see I've used it quite a bit. Last but not least is my Bourgeois Soleil Limited Edition Summer Bronzing Wardrobe. Now, you can buy these bronzers individually, but it was just for a collection, their sailor thingy, whatever it was called, collection. I done a review on it and I'll link it below, that these bronzers came out. Now, you can see it's got the chocolate bronzer, and it's got the Sun Bunny bronzer, and then it's got the Snow Bunny highlighter. I will say that I've probably used the chocolate bronzer the most. It's a gorgeous matte brown bronzer. Reminds me a lot of Hoola bronzer by Benefit. But I've used this tons to contour my face, warm up the face, and then use that as a highlight in between any other blush. So that is it for my summer essentials. I hope that you found this video useful and helpful. If you're going on your holidays still, good luck. I'm sure you'll want to take 1 or 2 or 3 of these things with you if it's something to think about, if anything. And if you're not going on holiday like me and you're staying here, good luck. Hopefully you will survive your city heat wherever you are. See you later. Bye.